Hello and thanks for watching this short video focused on the new QuickBooks Online Accountant and the client dashboard. As you can see, and very different from the current version of QBOA, when I look at my client dashboard here, I see obviously the name of the client file with some information. By the way, you can have a note here too, and I'll show you where to put that. And you can just hover over and see exactly what the note says. When you hover over the status column and the actual QB icon, you can see the actual level of QuickBooks Online that your client has, as well as the last person who logged in. And then under bookkeeping, I can see changes to the closed books just by clicking in there. A few other items, I'll show you where that brings you. When was the last automatic bank download, right? The downloaded transactions within QBO, when was the last one done? The next pay date due for payroll, we'll see, tax, etc. And then open requests. If you look at a related video on the new QBOA, it's really a portal now where I can request a document for my client to upload and even upload one to them. So kind of document management, if you will, in the new QBOA. But I can see the open requests, and if say I have 3 requests out there for documents like last month's statement or payroll hours or something like that, it'll tell me what requests have been received in the document space of QBOA. So if I go click on 3 changes to closed books, it brings me into the center for the particular client from the client dashboard. Now I'm not in the QBO file yet, right? If it's dark green up here in the header, I'm still in QBOA. But I can look at the balances, so it's like an account watch list. The changes to the closed books, I'd click review now, and that would bring me into QuickBooks Online. Here's 78 unaccepted transactions, 1 check without a payee. So all of this data we are surfacing up so you can prioritize what clients to work on, and even see some detail just by clicking on the client without having to go in or open up the QBO file itself. You can see information on payroll. Here would be where my requests are that I have out, and of course here are the documents that I've either received or waiting to. So if I click on review now, it's going to bring me into the QuickBooks Online file, and you'll notice the header above will turn light blue, and I'm actually in the file, and here are the exceptions to my closing date. So I can go right there. I can easily go back to the client dashboard by going back to practice. There's other ways to get into the client QBO file. I can just click on the drop down and then go to Alvarez Books. So go to Clients QuickBooks, Alvarez Books. It's going to go ahead and bring me into the file. The header is going to turn to light blue, and now this is as QuickBooks Online. Now I can do the work that I do in here. Yes, this briefcase, these are your accountant tools. You can watch that and me playing around in there in a related video. You can also get back to the QBOA client dashboard by clicking on QB Accountant in the upper left of the file you're in. It rolls it over to dark green, and then you're back on your client dashboard. I can sort the window as well, so I can see for review who has actual data in there, and I would prioritize and guess that these 4 clients are the ones I'm going to work on this morning. Let's go back into Alvarez Books for a second. And here is the note. So you can actually add a note here, and that's what you see on the client dashboard. I can also quickly search for a client, as you're going to have a lot more client files than I do, and it'll bring me right to that, just like any search field in QuickBooks Online. Now look for a related video on how you add a client to your client dashboard. However, if I click the gear icon here, I can choose what columns that I'd like to add to the client dashboard itself, in this case, books to tax. And I can choose as well how many clients I want to look at. And I find the compact view just the most streamlined when you're reviewing your client dashboard. And as you saw from there, you can even include inactive clients to the list. I can even add a desktop client, though we're not going to ping to that, and you're not going to see any information or data surfaced up to you on the dashboard. But you could still add the desktop client to do a request, right? Click request and so on, and look for the request video. I have one of those out there too. So here's the client dashboard for the new QuickBooks Online Accountant. I hope it helps you prioritize the work you're doing and streamlines efficiency, ultimately saves you time and therefore money.